Well, the Environmental Protection Agency will officially start the rulemaking process to authorize the year-round sale of E-15. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock caught up with the department's acting administrator for the details.
The head of EPA says the White House's announcement on year-round E-15 is another example of a promise made and kept by the president.
The E-15 year-round. This is going to provide more certainty to American farmers and refining industry, as well as help bolster our American homegrown energy.
The president is instructing EPA to grant a reed pressure waiver for E-15, the lack of which currently stops sales nationwide between June 1st and September 15th. But the rule has a ways to go before it's finalized.
Over the next couple of months, we're going out for notice and comment on the proposal, receive comments back from people, and it's our intention to have this finalized before the driving season next summer.
Wheeler says the public will have time to give comment after official language is published, and he expects to hear from biofuel advocates as well as from blenders who have had concerns about the cost of renewable fuel credits, known as RINs. The administrator says blenders may also benefit from the deal.
Well, what we are doing to try to address their concerns and points is to address some of the price fluctuations to make sure that there's no more market fluctuations in the pricing on the RFS going forward.
The National Petroleum Institute and others have suggested they may try to challenge this change in court, but administration officials say they're not concerned.
Whenever we do anything involving the RFS, we're sued by somebody, but we do have the legal authority to do this, and we believe it will be held up in the courts.
But for those worried about the EPA issuing a rash of waivers to excuse small refiners from their renewable fuel blending obligation, Wheeler says that issue is unrelated to the current E-15 announcement.
We're providing more transparency, and we announced some changes a few weeks ago on providing more transparency so everybody knows what we're doing. We are required to give the small refinery exemptions, and this the announcement today should have no impact on that.
Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue says he's had several conversations with the EPA about tightening allowances for small refinery waivers, and he expects to see more moderation in the process of issuing waivers going forward. For RFD-TV, I'm Sarah Mock in Washington.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, Wheeler's timeline for both of the administration's proposed fixes, an E-15 waiver and new rules in the renewable fuel credits markets, will be on similar schedules. That will